Hello, welcome back to Steve's Corner. I'm sitting off of the gazebo today on the backside of it, right behind the grill. I did that so I could show y'all my little predicament I had with them yellow jackets, which by the way, they were gone by that last Friday. I was able to get rid of them all. I'll show you what I was working with, why it was such a difficult thing for me here. You have to give me a second here to work the daggone tripod here. See, I only had this 6-inch gap here that I could get back here. They're about 6 feet back here underneath that daggone deck. About 3 foot from the side and about 6 foot from this end here. And it was hard to get them suckers out of there. I couldn't pour anything down the hole like I normally do, because I didn't have anything to get back there with to pour down. There was no opening where I could tip a bottle up or anything. So I had a heck of a time. Ended up raking out under there, and I had a pole to dig out right there around the nest, and flood it with water, and I got rid of them. I put that little poison on the other end there, that borax, and it worked like a dream. But you know, it weren't 2 days later, I had a daggone wasp nest up underneath the daggone house deck. I had to get that one out of there. I was over there rolling the hose up, and I noticed them swarming around the end there. I figured that's what it was. I've been fortunate. I ain't got stung yet this year. But anyways, where have all the real leaders gone? All the decent people, you know? I don't ask for a whole lot, you know? But I just, you know, we don't have any leaders up there at all that are really taking care of the people. They get up there and they put out these rules and regulations and laws and stuff, and it's just slowly killing everybody off. I mean, it's murderous. You know, they put regulations on companies, which means the prices of stuff have to go up. You know, the green policies is what gets me. They put that stuff out there, and you just, I mean, a regular working person just can't afford to follow them rules. They just can't. There's going to be an underground economy before long. I see it coming. Because the majority of the people out there just are not going to be able to follow all them rules and regulations like that and go with it. You know, we need real leaders up there that are going to make good decisions. Competent people that are concerned about taking care of the American people. We're the ones that put them up there. They're working for us. But they don't care. They get up in them positions and they stay. They go in there worth a couple $100 and they come out worth millions. It's a daggone career for them. It's not a daggone a job. And that's an important job. Everything they do up there in D.C. or even in your state house affects you personally, one way or the other, good or bad. You know, and I was thinking, you know, we need some real leaders. I mean, how many of them up there nowadays would have the nerve that Lincoln had to do what he did, you know? Or with the Thomas Jefferson that made the Louisiana Purchase. I mean, come on, man. That takes nerve. And it's for the betterment of the people. You just don't have people up there that are like that anymore. They have no convictions to stand on. You know, a decent person wouldn't run for office because, you know, they come out crooked. This is what they do. It bothers me. You know, and I used to didn't stand for the daggone term limits, because my thought was, hey man, if I got a good guy up there, why not you know, why not leave him up there? I mean, who's to say when he hits his term limit, who you gonna be voting for then? You know, that kind of bothers me. But with the crew we got up there now, I mean, they've made a life of, you know, they're essentially stealing money from you to treat you bad is what they're doing. It's the way I see it. And I just, you know, that was my worry with it. But I still think, I think now that there ought to be term limits for Congress and Senate. I'm thinking it's 2 terms, just like the president. He's the one in charge, so why should they have any different term than he does? You know, why are you gonna get the ability to stay there longer than the boss? That, to me, that makes no sense. So I think it ought to be two terms, just like it is for president. And I'm thinking that way there, at least we won't get them sorry ones up there to do just a little bit for their constituents, and then the rest of the time they're up there, they're screwing the American people. I don't know. But then you got the problem is with anybody that goes up there and ain't got to worry about the programs and policies they put in place, because, I mean, they'll be out of office before anybody gets upset with them. But heck, it's that way now. I mean, they're not out of office, but they have an opportunity to run every 6 years or 4 years or whatever. And you can vote them out, but they got enough time to smooth talk you into keeping them in there. It's a crooked system. The whole system has turned into something that it wasn't meant to be in the first place. Yeah, and I'll be honest with you, hey man, I like to try to hold on to hope that things will get better. That we'll get somebody up there that's worth a darn. But honestly, I just don't see it. I'll tell you why. You look at these kids that are 20 years old now. They haven't known how great America was back when we were growing up. You know, all they've known is they were born in 2000. So that'd make them 23 this year. It started out with 2001, the daggone 9/11. It started out with war. Then we had the banking crisis, unemployment, the housing crisis. I mean, that's all they've known is the rioting that's been going on. How people have been taking over cities and not allowing even police cars and stuff down in there. That was terrible part of American history right there. That's all they've known. They haven't known how it was when we were at peace and we were a country working together, doing the right thing, you know, pulling together, having each other's back. Now it's almost like everybody's pulling against each other. And those are the ones that have come voting age and starting to buy houses and starting to raise their kids now. The future doesn't look all that bright. And it bothers me. And I hate to feel bad about the country, the prospects of it, the future of it, especially for my kids and grandkids. You know, I can sympathize with Dad now when he used to say that he hated to see the world that his grandkids were going to grow up in. Well, we're here and we're going downhill quick. It's what it feels like. I don't know. Well, y'all be good. Enjoy the rest of the week best you can. And we'll talk to y'all later.